Liverpool are prepared to listen to offers for club captain Virgil van Dijk, raising fresh uncertainty over the defender's future at Anfield. The Dutch centre-back joined the Reds in a blockbuster £75 million move from Southampton in January 2018 and has since established himself as one of the greatest defenders in the club's modern history. However, with his contract set to expire next summer, speculation over a possible departure is beginning to intensify. Liverpool could be open to selling Van Dijk during the current transfer window rather than risk losing him for nothing at the end of his deal. AC Milan have emerged as one of the clubs monitoring the situation closely. The Italian Giants, now managed by former Manchester United boss Ruben Amorim, are believed to be interested in bringing the experienced defender to the San Siro. Manchester United have made their stance crystal clear. Amad Diallo is not for sale this summer. Despite several clubs making inquiries over a potential transfer, the Red Devils have no intention of cashing in on the Ivory Coast international. The club reportedly views Amad as a cornerstone of its long-term project and believes his best years are still ahead of him. Interest in the talented winger has grown significantly following his outstanding performances at the FIFA World Cup, where he caught the attention of clubs across Europe with his pace, creativity, and match-winning ability. Among the clubs monitoring the situation is AC Milan, who are understood to be keeping a close eye on Amad's progress. However, any hopes of securing his signature appear slim, with Manchester United determined to keep one of their brightest young stars at Old Trafford. As the transfer window gathers pace, speculation is likely to continue, but United's message is clear: Amad Diallo is staying. Will Manchester United's decision prove to be the right one? Or will AC Milan return with an offer too good to ignore? Arsenal have taken a major step forward in the race to sign Bradley Barcola, with the France international reportedly favoring a move to the Emirates over Liverpool if he leaves this summer. The exciting winger is said to be attracted by the chance to work under Mikel Arteta, whose attacking style and ambitious project have made Arsenal one of the most appealing destinations for Europe's brightest young stars. Another key factor is London's lifestyle, which is believed to have strengthened Arsenal's position ahead of their Premier League rivals. Liverpool remain firmly interested in Barcola, but the Gunners are now understood to be leading the race as they look to secure one of the most exciting attacking talents in European football. With the transfer window heating up, all eyes will be on Barcola's next move. Can Arsenal beat Liverpool to one of France's brightest stars? Or is there another twist still to come? Marcus Rashford has made it clear that he will not allow ongoing transfer speculation to distract him from England's World Cup campaign. The Manchester United forward returned to Old Trafford after Barcelona opted against triggering their reported £28 million purchase option following his loan spell. Despite that decision, the Spanish Giants are still believed to be interested in signing the England international, while Rashford's long-term future at United remains uncertain. Speaking ahead of England's crucial World Cup clash with Mexico, Rashford insisted his only priority is helping his country succeed on the biggest stage. The 28-year-old's comments underline his determination to remain fully focused on England's World Cup campaign before making any decisions about his club future. With the tournament still underway, Rashford has chosen to put transfer talks on hold. Once England's World Cup journey comes to an end, attention is expected to turn back to his future, with Barcelona among the clubs continuing to monitor his situation. Chelsea defender Trevoh Chalobah has emerged as one of the most talked-about center-backs in the transfer market, with Serie A giants Inter Milan stepping up their pursuit of the England international. Chalobah, who is currently representing England at the FIFA World Cup, has attracted significant interest from Italy. Como, managed by Cesc Fabregas, were the first club to register their interest, but the race now appears to be swinging firmly in Inter Milan's favor. Inter are actively working to reach an agreement with Chalobah over personal terms as they look to strengthen their defense ahead of the new season. Chelsea, however, are standing firm on their valuation. The Blues are reportedly demanding £35 million for the 26-year-old defender, while Inter are hoping to strike a deal worth £25 to £26 million up front, with additional performance-related bonuses included in the package. Negotiations are expected to continue in the coming days, with both clubs aiming to find common ground before the transfer window closes. Will Inter meet Chelsea's asking price, or can the Premier League side hold out for the full £35 million? The coming weeks could prove decisive in Chalobah's future. Arsenal are ready to reignite their pursuit of Newcastle United captain Bruno Guimaraes with a fresh offer worth around £60 million. The Gunners remain determined to strengthen their midfield this summer and have not been discouraged by Newcastle's transfer activity. including Sandro Tonali's expected £100 million move to Tottenham Hotspur. Arsenal still believe there is a chance of reaching an agreement for the Brazil international after their opening approach was rejected by Newcastle last week. Convincing the Magpies to sell Guimaraes could prove extremely difficult. With Anthony Gordon already departing for Barcelona and Tonali on the verge of joining Tottenham, Newcastle are reluctant to lose another key player, especially their club captain. Despite Newcastle's firm position, Arsenal are understood to be preparing an improved bid in the hope that a £60 million offer could reopen negotiations. Guimaraes has been one of the Premier League's standout midfielders in recent seasons, making him one of Mikel Arteta's top transfer targets as Arsenal continue to strengthen their squad ahead of the new campaign. Manchester United are continuing to monitor Lille wonderkid Aya Boadi as they step up their search for young midfield talent ahead of the new season. The 18-year-old has emerged as one of the breakout stars of the FIFA World Cup, delivering a series of impressive performances for Morocco that have caught the attention of several of Europe's biggest clubs. United are understood to be carrying out further checks on the highly rated midfielder as they assess whether to make a move during the current transfer window. Lille, however, are expected to drive a hard bargain. The French club reportedly value Boadi at between £68.5 million and £85.7 million, reflecting his enormous potential and growing reputation following his standout displays on the international stage. With interest in the teenager continuing to rise, Manchester United could face strong competition if they decide to formalize their interest. As the transfer window gathers pace, Boadi's future is shaping up to be one of the biggest stories to watch. Will Manchester United meet Lille's asking price? Or will another European giant win the race for one of football's brightest young midfielders? Tottenham Hotspur striker Richarlison could be on his way out of North London this summer, with Turkish giants Fenerbahce reportedly preparing an official move for the Brazil international. The 29-year-old forward has been linked with a departure as Tottenham continue to reshape their squad ahead of the new season. Richarlison's future has become the subject of growing speculation, with interest from several clubs across Europe. Fenerbahce are now understood to be leading the race and are ready to step up their pursuit by launching a move for the experienced striker in the coming days. The Turkish club see Richarlison as a marquee signing who could significantly strengthen their attacking options as they aim to challenge for domestic and European honors. While no agreement has been reached, negotiations are expected to intensify if Fenerbahce submit a formal offer to Tottenham. With the transfer window in full swing, Richarlison's future remains one of the stories to watch. Will the Brazilian begin a new chapter in Turkey, or will Tottenham decide to keep hold of their experienced forward for another season? Manchester United have withdrawn from the race to sign highly rated Mexican teenager Gilberto Mora, ending months of scouting and evaluation. The Red Devils are understood to have closely monitored the 17-year-old midfielder for the past 6 months, with club scouts continuing to assess his performances during the FIFA World Cup. However, United have now decided not to enter what is expected to become an expensive bidding war for one of football's brightest young talents. Mora's impressive displays have attracted interest from several European giants, including Manchester City, Chelsea, Real Madrid, and Barcelona, setting the stage for a fierce battle for his signature. The teenager recently signed a new contract with Mexican side club Tijuana, which reportedly includes a £20 million release clause, a figure that could tempt Europe's biggest clubs to make their move this summer. While Manchester United have stepped away from the deal, the race for Mora is only just beginning, with some of Europe's elite clubs expected to intensify their pursuit in the coming weeks. Will Gilberto Mora's next destination be the Premier League, La Liga, or another European powerhouse? The battle for the Mexican wonderkid is far from over. Barcelona have set the end of the FIFA World Cup as the deadline to complete a deal for Atletico Madrid striker Julián Álvarez. The Catalan giants remain keen to strengthen their attack and view the Argentina international as one of their top transfer targets. However, club officials are unwilling to let negotiations drag on indefinitely. Barcelona are prepared to wait until the conclusion of the World Cup before making a final decision on the transfer. If Atletico Madrid continue to refuse negotiations after the tournament, the La Liga champions are expected to abandon their pursuit and shift their focus to alternative attacking targets. Atletico have so far maintained a firm stance over Alvarez's future, making it clear they are reluctant to part ways with one of their most important forwards. With the World Cup nearing its decisive stages, Barcelona are hoping the situation becomes clearer before the transfer window progresses further. If no breakthrough is achieved, The club are ready to move quickly in search of another striker. The coming weeks could prove decisive. Will Barcelona succeed in landing Julián Álvarez, or will Atletico Madrid force the Catalan giants to look elsewhere?